It appears that Israel's long-standing air advantage in the Middle East has effectively ended, as Hezbollah, a political and military movement in Lebanon, officially initiates an attack on Israel. For the first time during the Gaza escalation, reports have emerged indicating that a deadly surface-to-air missile, operated by the Lebanese Freedom Movement, shot down an Israeli warplane. Unverified videos allegedly released by Hezbollah's global communication network show the precise moment a missile struck an alleged warplane in an unknown location, presumably northern Israel. If confirmed as authentic, this incident would mark the end of one of Israel's crucial military advantages in the region. This development follows Hezbollah leader Hassan Nasrallah's warning that if the war in Gaza doesn't cease, his group will be compelled to enter the conflict on the side of Palestine. Is this a game-changer for Israeli belligerents in the Middle East?
ما يجري على جبهتنا مهم جدا ومؤثر جدا. قد يبدو للبعض الذي يتوقع أو يطالب أن يدخل حزب الله سريعا في حرب شاملة وكاملة مع العدو، قد يبدو ما يجري على الحدود متواضعا، ولكن لو نظرنا إلى ما يجري على الحدود بموضوعية سنجده كبيرا جدا ومهما جدا ومؤثرا جدا. لو أردنا أن نبحث عن معركة كاملة الشرعية من الناحية الإنسانية، من الناحية الأخلاقية، من الناحية الدينية، لن نجد معركة كمعركة القتال مع هؤلاء الصهاينة والغزاة المحتلين لفلسطين. هذه معركة لا غبار عليها، على المستوى الإنساني، على المستوى الأخلاقي، على المستوى الشرعي.
Welcome to today's important update. Hezbollah has officially released a video purportedly demonstrating the live operation of a surface-to-air anti-aircraft missile. The video, recorded at night, ostensibly shows a plane or drone being hit directly. Take a moment to like and share this video. Hit the subscribe button so you won't miss out on future content. The resulting effect was a yellow blast of flame. The unverified video has been hailed as another milestone in the deterrence posture of the Lebanese group, while others have doubted its authenticity. Take a look at the video. This unverified video may have confirmed the assessment of the United States Security Council that the Lebanese movement is militarily adept. Hezbollah is widely described as comparable to or stronger than the Lebanese armed forces in military power. Reasons cited include Hezbollah's better discipline, experience and weaponry, giving them clearly superior military and combat capacity than the LAF. Additionally, some argue that the LAF suffers from mistrust and sectarian conflict, while Hezbollah does not. The movement possesses advanced anti-aircraft missiles donated from Syria or Iran and sometimes sourced from the black market. These include MiSAG-12, ZU-23, 9K-32, Strela-2, NATO, SA-7 Grail, 9K-33 OSA, NATO, SA-8 Gecko, 9K-34 Strela-3, NATO, SA-14 Gremlin, 9K-310 Igla-1, NATO, SA-16 Gimlet, 9K-38 Igla, NATO, SA-18 Grouse, 9K-40 Buk M2, NATO, SA-17 Grizzly, Pantsir S-1, NATO, SA-22 Greyhound. The latter, the Pantsir Sam of Russian origin, was allegedly donated to them by the Russian paramilitary organization, Wagner. American intelligence indicates possible discussions between the Wagner Group and Hezbollah regarding the provision of air defense systems, specifically the SA-22 that incorporates anti-aircraft missiles. While the U.S. has not verified the delivery of such a system, it closely monitors these discussions, considering the potential transfer a significant concern. Yet this emerging report of the loss of an Israeli warplane to Hezbollah missiles reminds everyone of the situations in Syria and the collaboration between the two. Syria has had the Russian SA-22 Pantsir system, an integrated aircraft, helicopter and cruise missile interception system, for over 15 years. This system, combining radars, cannons and anti-aircraft missiles on a single combat vehicle, could potentially pose a new threat to the Air Force's aircraft. Furthermore, Hezbollah has acquired potent Russian anti-ship missiles from Syrian President Bashar al-Assad, which could potentially be used against U.S. warships off the coast of Israel. The paramilitary group likely obtained the Yakont missile in Syria more than a decade ago during its deployment to assist in the civil war, as reported by Reuters. The Yakont missile, with a range of 186 miles, lends credence to Hezbollah's leader's threat to target the United States, suggesting the group could attack warships in the region. The ground-launched Yakont approaches its target at a low altitude of 10 to 15 yards to evade detection, according to a report by the Washington-based Center for Strategic and International Studies, CSIS. A variant of the P-800 Onyx missile developed in 1993, the Yakont was created in 1999 for export by a Russian defense firm and is capable of being launched from the air, ground or submarines, as stated by CSIS. The U.S. maintains its Mediterranean naval deployment, consisting of 2 aircraft carriers and their supporting ships, to deter Iran and prevent the conflict from spreading.
من أجل تخفيف الضغط عن غزة ومن أجل المساهمة في منع إسرائيل من تحقيق أهدافها، وأيضا كرسالة واضحة أنكم إذا توسعتم ستكون هناك عواقب وخيمة. هذه الرسائل وصلت وتصل. ولا تقتل ولا تقاتل ولا تواجه العسكريين بشكل مباشر فقط، وبالتالي نحن أمام أمرين: إما أن نقبل بإسرائيل تعتدي وتفرض شروطها بخسائر أقل، وإما أن نواجه ونتحدى فتكون هناك تضحيات أكبر، ولكن لا تستطيع إسرائيل أن تحقق أهدافها. نحن من أنصار الخيار الثاني كي لا تحقق إسرائيل أهدافها. هذا أمر طبيعي. كيف يحق لأمريكا والعالم كله أن يقف إلى جانب إسرائيل التي تقتل المدنيين والأطفال وتدمر البيوت، ولا يحق لنا أن نناصر أهلنا وأحبتنا في فلسطين وفي المنطقة؟
However, if confirmed that Hezbollah possesses this weapon, the effectiveness of this deterrence could be in jeopardy, raising serious concerns for the USA and its allies. There are even suggestions that Hezbollah might have developed unmanned water drones to harass NATO warships in the Mediterranean, similar to tactics seen in Ukraine against Russian warships, resulting in losses and damages. Hezbollah could pose a threat comparable to the Yemeni Houthis, who recently demonstrated their ability to counter U.S. and allied aerial actions in the region by shooting down a U.S. military drone.
Our military forces have fired a batch of ballistic missiles at different sensitive Israeli targets south of the occupied lands, including military targets in al-Rashrash, Eilat, and with God's help, the operation achieved its objective successfully and led to direct casualties despite the enemy's discretion about it.
This confirmation came from a Houthi military spokesman at a time when Washington is vigilant for activity by Iran-backed groups in the Middle East, coinciding with Israel's conflict with Hamas in the Gaza Strip. The recent escalation follows over 40 attacks on U.S. military assets in the region. There were reports that a defective drone in Iraq may have prevented a deeper involvement of the US in the Middle East conflict. Launched at the Erbil air base by an Iranian-backed militia, the drone breached US air defenses but failed to detonate, causing only one service member to suffer a concussion. This incident is among 40 separate drone and rocket attacks on US forces by Iranian-backed militias in Iraq and Syria over the past 3 weeks, responding to American support for Israel in the Gaza war.
The deal. I got raised on automobiles. My dad ran an automobile. He didn't own it. He ran an automobile agency for a long time.
The end goal for the world's largest democracy is to seek a ceasefire in Gaza, alleviate the suffering of the innocent people of Palestine, and curb Israel's actions in the region. Without these measures, the conflict could escalate into a broader regional conflict with potentially devastating consequences for Israel and the US, already entangled in Ukraine. Appreciate our work by liking and sharing this video. Hit the subscribe button so that you won't miss any of our future updates. Until the next update, stay safe.